game of two halves. Yeah,
So,
could have done better.
so, Guy, if you're going to be a famous footballer, which footballer would you be? What's football your thing?
Yeah, I'm a Leicester fan, so I'm at the Liverpool game tonight.
Oh, right.
So
Okay,
don't really want to talk about football.
Okay, let's not talk. You'll be fine. Simon,
Yeah.
Simon, introduce Guy, please. And we just had Guy on a panel, which I thought was hugely informative, and especially having with the likes of Guy on. Who is Guy? Tell us all about him.
So Guy is the founder of an amazing company called Bambino Mio,
Yep.
a company based right here in Northamptonshire, a winner of 2 King's Awards, and recently managed to attain B Corp status, which is fantastic. And what do Bambino Mio do? They make disposable nappies.
Reusable now. Nearly, you were doing so well.
So well, yeah.
It's the minor detail at the end.
Yeah, well, that's that business model gone clown.
Reusable nappies.
But where it was great to have to Guy, you're just an inspiration for the sector. I think the sector that you've gone into has had such a problem and no one's looked at it. Then you come along, disruptive you, and you created this difference, correct?
I mean, there's a long way to go. I mean, we quote that we've diverted 2 billion nappies from landfill over the 25 years that we've been going, but we need to do much better. I mean, as you say, it's an area that needs disrupting. We throw away 90 billion disposable nappies in the world every year. 6% of waste in the UK is just disposable nappies, but if you go to islands in the Pacific, it can be 25 to 30% of waste and no way of getting rid of them, so they get buried or washed out to sea. And it is a huge problem, but I think it's an example of one of many areas that need addressing if we're to sort out the issues that we have. And I think I'm encouraged by the number of companies that exist out there to address certain problems. We're addressing the nappy issue, which in the whole scheme of things is small, but there's so many companies out there that are addressing issues and that are engaging with people who want to sort out the issues.
Well, we sort of called it in that session the ripple effect. If we've got the likes of yourself creating this difference, we all want to join with you and create the difference within our own sectors. What are we learning within our sectors of agriculture and fresh produce UK internationally from the likes of Guy, do you think, Simon?
Well, I think it's certainly looking at it in terms of what is the problem. So how do we collectively go out and address this? And I love Bambino Mio's model because it's purpose driven, and I think that is more often what we need to be doing. Now, what ultimately do we want to be achieving? What is the why? Because I think for so many of us, perhaps our focus is too much on profitability. Profitability is important. We need to make money in order to keep our businesses going. But understanding beyond that, ultimately, what do we want to achieve? What kind of world do we want to live in? And then understanding, what are the barriers that are preventing us from achieving that? What are the problems that we need to solve? And then how can our businesses effectively address that? How can we, through innovation, through the products that we manufacture, we sell, we provide, how can they be part of the solution rather than part of the problem?
And again, we can learn from the likes of Guy and learn from the likes of the University of Northampton Summit by coming here, being curious, listening to Guy, listening to just have Rob from Aston Martin on, and their whole drive now is about sustainability. We never assumed that. So there's so much that we can learn from the likes of these individuals that we got on today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it sort of it really highlights how much there's now a real focus on this area. What are the drivers with sustainability? We would like to say it's about taking responsibility first and foremost, which it should be. But what helps at the cause is when actually customers are asking for this.
Yeah, exactly.
When the banks are asking for this, when the government's asking for this, not just asking for this, requiring it. Requiring it. And that's really going to help sort of drive action, drive innovation, drive investment, which is what ultimately we need.
Guy, if we've got people watching who are hesitant about going on this journey within their business, in the UK or internationally, what would your advice be to them? Why should they start on this journey of sustainability?
Well, I think, as we all see all the time, it's a really important thing to do, but I think businesses who won't necessarily survive in the future, because actually the demand is coming. The demand is coming from investors, it will come from government, but more importantly, it's coming from consumers, and consumers want companies out there finding solutions. And I think if you can align a business with with what you're doing in this area and your purpose around sustainability and impact, then actually that's the perfect world, because actually the more you sell, the more you do, the more impact that you're going to have. And at the end of the day, I'll always argue that you can get all the governments, NGOs, charities in the room talking about these things, but it's only business that's ever going to provide the solution to it.
Yeah, well done. Guy, thank you. Simon, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.